This week, we take a closer look at some of the early initiatives moving through the Arizona legislature, from changing the rules of the road to funding for higher education. First, the renewed push in the state Senate to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment, which would be significant at the national level. The amendment provides protection from sex discrimination. Congress approved it nearly 50 years ago. Arizona would be the 38th state to ratify the ERA, putting it at the threshold needed to get it into the U.S. Constitution. State Senator Victoria Steele is optimistic about a concurrent resolution to ratify the ERA. We discussed her support for the measure. Let's begin with what the Equal Rights Amendment means to you.
That's the whole reason I'm just a little bit nervous to be here today, because it means everything to me. This is about equality for women. And we are on the cusp, we are right on the verge of ratifying the Equal Rights Amendment. And it means everything.
Why hasn't Arizona been able to get the votes it needs to move this forward?
I think there has just been this holdover from the 1980s when a large contingency of people said that it would destroy the family. And those considerations, those concerns took root, and it just kind of stalled it out. But all of those things that they were afraid would happen have either happened or been negated. And so those are not even part of the Equal Rights Amendment. It's 24 words. May I read it?
Sure.
May I read it? It's 24 words, the same 24 words that were introduced 96 years ago. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. It doesn't talk about anything else in there.
The conservatives have said it's a bit broad. It's maybe too vague because it is only 24 words. Does that concern you?
Not at all. Not at all. This is, what this will do is it will require a stricter level of scrutiny in law. It will hold us up as equal to men in the Constitution.
There are people who are sitting at home and watching this and saying, women are equal to men. Arizona is a state with the most female governors. 40% of state lawmakers are female. There are CEOs and leaders in other agencies and organizations. What is wrong about the way Arizona has existed thus far?
We have made tremendous strides for women. We truly have. I mean, women are allowed to be in the military. Women are becoming CEOs. Women run for president. We don't have one yet. But we still have enormous pay inequity. We still have enormous gaps where women aren't equal. There are a lot of places where we're not equal. For instance, when it comes to pay, on average, a white woman makes 80% less, or 80% of what a white male makes for $1. And if you're Latina, you will make 54% of what a white male makes. And that's not equality.
Do you believe that if this amendment comes to fruition as you expect it to, that there will be someone who really marshals how exactly this is enforced? I mean, it's one thing to say it, pass it, but it's another to actually do it and implement it.
This is something that would be decided state by state as they go along, how they interpret it. Everything that happens, that every amendment gets interpreted. And that's why we have the Supreme Court justices. They get interpreted. There are people who will tell me and who will tell you that the 14th Amendment already protects our rights and gives us equality. But that's not true. If we didn't need equality, why did we, if the 14th Amendment was all it took to give women equality, why did it take the 19th Amendment for us to get the right to vote?
Paint a picture for me. How does life change should this go through?
I don't think you're going to see huge changes all at once. I think that, first of all, there will be a period of celebration that we can consider ourselves that. And then, as things happen, as laws change in states, then if someone is discriminated against, that's when it's going to count. If someone feels that they have been discriminated against, they'll be able to go to a court and know that they will be treated equally.
This is emotional for you. It's a
Yes.
subject that you hold near and dear to your heart.
It is.
The historical significance should Arizona become that 38th state.
If we are the 38th state, and I do believe that we have the opportunity to do that, I think the time is right, and it's been long enough. But if we do this, this goes down in the history books. Arizona goes down in the history books. And I would not want to be on the wrong side of history and have my grandchildren coming back to me and saying, Grandma, you were in the legislature back then. Why did you not stand up for women's equality? I'm glad that I won't be on that part.
Okay, Senator Steele, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.